Hello, everyone. So I hope you are doing well and have a great weekend. So here is the Remote Jobs Fair for OutSystems. Today the presentations will be for Melissa Cristóvão, the Talent Acquisition Project Specialist, the João Batista, the Development Manager, and Ricardo Neto, the Manager of the Software Engineering. So I'll be very quick and I return in the final last for 4 or 5 minutes to the Q&A, the final Q&A. So I hope you enjoy it. And right now the stage is yours, Melissa. Hope you enjoy it too. So great session. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you and welcome everyone. I will be sharing my screen. So just 1 second. Let me see if this works. Okay. Is everyone seeing my screen now? Good. Let me know if it's not working. Okay, so I will share my presentation, and I think when I share my presentation, I will stop seeing you. So if you stop listening to me or seeing me, please yell something so that I can know. And let me, this is not what I wanted to do. It's present. Okay, so today you will have 3 people from OutSystems here. It will be me, João Batista, and Ricardo Neto. I am part of the talent acquisition team, so I am more involved in the recruitment. But João and Ricardo are both engineering managers in our R&D department, and they will give you a bit more details of how the technical side of OutSystems works. I will give you a bit of a presentation about OutSystems as a company and our culture and our story. And this will be a story of what it's like to be a software engineer at OutSystems, so a bit more specific, but it will tell you a lot about our culture, the way we work, where we came from, and where we are today. So OutSystems started back in 2001, and it started with an idea. It started in a garage. Our founders were most of them from Técnico, and a long time ago, they were starting on this quest to make software development more easily available for everyone. And so, they created our product, which is a low-code platform. I will give you a bit more details about that. Moving forward to 2021, we are now a big company with over 1,400 people from 15 countries and growing. And of these people, about 400 are from the engineering department. We work with a lot of customers. These are some examples here. So healthcare, sports, travel, automotive, lots of different customers that we have. And what do we do and how we work? So OutSystems created something that we call a low-code platform, and it basically works like a visual development language, allowing you to build applications without doing so much manual coding. And this great product that we have is built on great people and a great culture. And our culture has been adjusting to a number of different challenges over the years. And last year we had to adapt and adjust to the new demands of the pandemic, and we had to go remote, but our culture stayed pretty much alive. So we always had a pretty much good work environment. This was when we were still in the office and when getting together with people was still legal and safe. We used to do lots of activities together in the office, outside the office. These are actual pictures from people from the R&D department. They were spread all over the world, so they were starting to work remotely a bit, but it's definitely become something more important and more relevant and more frequent after the pandemic. So nowadays everyone is working remotely. We started hiring lots of new colleagues in different locations, in the United States, in India, in the UK. And instead of getting together for face-to-face events, we have Zoom meetings every day with everyone. A bit of Zoom fun as well. So all of our work moved to remote, and all of the getting together moved to remote as well. Sharing our work online. So we started working a lot on building our brand online and communicating what we do. This is Ricardo here. He did this video about building OutSystems, but he will tell you a bit more about that later. And we started working on blog posts to be written on Medium, these cool YouTube videos. So sharing a bit of our presence online. What did we have to do? And we had to do a lot of changes in our products during the pandemic and while we were working remotely. So some of them refactor and migrate the whole product on the server side, moving from SVN to Git to speed up the development process. We had a new CTO that was hired in the United States, and so changing a lot of processes and moving teams around and changing the way that the R&D department was working and the way the product is working. User experience is now at the core of the development process, and we are growing the R&D department a lot and receiving lots of colleagues from new countries. So when OutSystems started, it was all in Portugal. Nowadays, we have lots of colleagues in the United States, in India, in the UK, the Netherlands, Spain. So we no longer have the constraint of location. But never forgetting our culture. And the small book of the few big rules is a small book that has been with us since the beginning. Actually, the book goes way back, but its contents are still very relevant. And basically what the small book has is our values. And what are things that are important for working at OutSystems that we look for when we hire and that we need to keep the culture alive. And these are small rules, but that are very important. So starting with asking why, being able to question what is being done and question others. The small crises, act on things when they are still small so the problem doesn't get big. Challenge the status quo, don't be afraid to question the way things are being done and propose innovation. Be helpful to your colleagues. 80-20, focus on the amount of work that will get you the maximum results. Communicate to be understood and always excel and do your best and deliver a quality product. So these rules were important when we started back in the day in a small garage, and they are still important and relevant today. And why OutSystems? And now this is the part where I'm going to stay quiet and let Ricardo take over.
Thank you, Melissa. So, hi guys, why OutSystems? Well, we live in a technological world. More and more companies are forced to reinvent themselves, to embrace digital transformation. And what happens is that throughout the years, we have realizing that traditional software development doesn't make it easier, for instance, for IT departments to keep up with business demands. It also requires specific profiles that can implement those solutions. Adding to those problems, there's the need to deliver fast. The business also needs to adapt to change. Either you change or you're seen as an old business. OutSystems is all about reducing the complexity of developing solutions that help the business move forward. By using low code, we reduce the time it takes to develop a solution, what it costs, and the speed at which it can be changed. In the limit, we make it possible for the business itself to satisfy its own demands. So this is the power of OutSystems. Increased agility, increased speed on delivering and adapting to change, reduced development costs, and time to market, making business more effective. How is it possible? Well, it's possible using the OutSystems platform. I'm going to run you through the OutSystems platform, although in a very superficial manner. So basically, the OutSystems platform is something that we built to comply with the demand of the global top 2,000 companies. It is mostly composed of, let me check. Okay, it is mostly composed of going from the most visual area to the bottom through the visual novel code tools like our IDE, the platform services that allow, for instance, the reaction to change that I was mentioning, and a cloud native runtime with all the characteristics that nowadays applications need to have, like availability, scalability, etc. So this is very top level. I'm going to go a bit under the hood. So Melissa, if you can skip kind of 1, 2, 3 slides. Under the hood again.
Sorry, another one?
Yes, more 2.
Okay.
Boom, boom. So going under the hood, these are the main components of the OutSystems platform. We have the platform server, that main red area with the database, the app, the application server. This is the core of the OutSystems platform. The Service Studio on the left, the IDE to develop web and mobile applications. Then the management consoles, and Integration Studio, another IDE that enables you to extend the OutSystems language. I'm going to run you through each of these components so that you get an idea of what we're talking about, because we have a low-code language. It's a language that allows productivity at the most, but inside OutSystems, more specifically in OutSystems engineering, we develop that language. So we kind of use those high-code languages that most software engineers are used to deal with. So going to the first component, the platform server, this is kind of the core of the platform. It's the part that is responsible from translating that low-code language visual model into code that is running on the application server. It is responsible for generating code, compiling, deploying it, and then manage, running, and monitoring the applications. We deploy the applications to application servers such as IIS or using Kubernetes to Docker containers. Out of the box, the platform enables you to integrate with external systems, with more than 400 external systems, like the example I mentioned here. Things like Google Maps or Salesforce or LinkedIn, you name it. There's always the possibility of, out of the box, you're extending your application to communicate with all these platforms. This is kind of the core of the product. Next, we have our IDE. This is where, and you can see this animation, this is where you develop an OutSystems application. It's where you can use that high-level language, that visual language that we expose, that allows you to build applications much more faster and doing changes to applications in a more efficient way. The IDE enables you to define what are the core blocks of an application, its processes, the interfaces, the logic, and the data. So you can define your data model in a visual way. You can define your business logic, integrate with, for instance, services around your company to get that data inside your application, and also design your UI as you're seeing. This is the great power of the OutSystems platform. And trust me, in no more than 30 minutes, you can do something that people won't really believe that you have done it in 30 minutes. So this is the IDE that kind of produces the application that is then sent to the platform server and originates code. But whenever we arrive at a company that doesn't use low code, what we typically find is that companies already have their frameworks, have their libraries. The platform enables companies to extend the low code language with their own, for instance, C# or Java code. So the Integration Studio is another IDE that allows you to integrate those libraries that you might have into the OutSystems application. And when you deploy it to the application server, it all glues together and works as expected using your high code language without having you to now develop everything using OutSystems. You can integrate. As time goes by, what we see is that companies tend to kind of ditch those libraries and start implementing things in OutSystems because changing is a much more efficient process. So these are the IDEs. After that, we come to the consoles. Service Center is basically our management console. So you kind of have a platform server. You want to monitor your environment, administer it, create users, and so on. It's a management console for the environment. And the next console, Lifetime, well, this is a more specialized console. This is the console that is owning the application lifecycle. The screenshot you have here is like you have, in this example, 3 environments: development, quality, and production. This is the console that enables you to stage an application between environments. So you have your dev teams creating an application. They have created the latest version, and they want to stage that application to quality. It's on Lifetime that we allow it. So it's for people used to doing these things using other tools and tools that already promote some kind of automation, such as Jenkins and so on. This makes it more easy to do this kind of tasks. And yeah, this is basically the OutSystems platform doing kind of an overview of what it allows you to. It's something that allows you to create an application, full stack development of an application, where in the same IDE you can define the UI, the logic, the processes, and the data. Integration with out of the box with those components that I was mentioning, but then we have a community that is daily producing new components, so you can integrate with a variety of things that allow you to enrich your application. As I said to you, the Lifetime, which is also a console that we produce, it's an OutSystems application. In fact, it's created using our low-code language. It allows you to manage the full lifecycle of your application, and in the end, it's a platform that allows you to build applications in different form factors, targeting, for instance, creating your own service and other touch points that really create an awesome experience around your customers. So this is a glimpse of the OutSystems platform. And as I said to you in the beginning, in the engineering, in the OutSystems engineering, what happens is that we are creating these things from the ground up. So these are the challenges. It's our mission. It's to make it easier for developers to create their applications and to manage their applications. This is what we do at OutSystems. I don't know if you have decided where your journey will take you, but you could probably talk to us, because there are a lot of cool challenges happening around here. So this is it.
Thank you.
And now, okay.
So, can you hear me properly?
Yes, I'm going to stop sharing.
You have something more to show? You have something more to show?
No.
No? So it's time to the Q&A. Okay. Just give me a quick second. So here is one question from Rui de Cruz. I would like to work in OutSystems in Lisbon, in this case, but I don't have any experience in OutSystems technology. Is that possible to learn quickly? How can I do it? And yeah, that's the question, I think, to Ricardo in this case. Ricardo, if you don't mind. And no. I had one in the...
Not at all. It's from what I understood is about working with OutSystems. The language itself, it's not really hard to learn. We have a lot of material in our website. From time to time, there are also I would call it workshops that OutSystems does in terms of teaching others how to use our language. So in fact, I think that it might be very close to you to learn how to use the OutSystems language. I would recommend you to start using, for instance, our site. It has a lot of resources and the community. You can ask questions in the community. People are very approachable, and considering that there's a big demand of OutSystems developers, so there's really a big demand. The community is eager as well to start ramping up new people in the language. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Yes, and thank you, Ricardo. And let me just add that we also hire people who don't have experience with OutSystems, but have experience with other areas of software engineering or other development languages. So that can also be a possibility for some people.
For sure. I work with, and it's really strange that I'm saying this, but I work with lots of people in the engineering department that they aren't really proficient using our language. They are usually hardcore developers like .NET Core, and the lower they get, the happier they are. So it's not a kind of requirement to know OutSystems, to work in the OutSystems engineering, for instance, not at all.
Okay, perfect. Just one question from my side for you, to Melissa and for you, Ricardo. So what do you like the most in your company, and what you can tell me or hear, which is the most likely thing you have in OutSystems? The ambience, the teamwork, the technology itself? One or two examples of the best practices and stuff like that you use it in OutSystems.
Let me start, and if I understood the question correctly, it's about the things that we enjoy the most about OutSystems, right? And this is my personal answer, but I really enjoy that it is so fast-paced. There's always different things going on, different projects happening, and it's really exciting to see so many new things happening. And to be part of a lot of innovation and things that are changing frequently, and you see lots of new cool stuff, and that also gives you opportunities to learn and to grow. So those would be my favorite things. I'm sure Ricardo has different preferences, or maybe not.
Yeah, I let me tell you, this is a personal opinion of mine. I have, and it's strange, but sometimes in my group of friends, I kind of retract myself from talking too much about my work, because it feels like I'm bragging. Yeah, this guy, oh, it doesn't stop. But it's really true. And I've been in OutSystems for the past 10 years. It's been a long journey. I really like what Melissa mentioned, and currently at this stage where we are growing so much and we are having challenges of very, very recent technologies, that is a motivation, a big motivation for me. I would probably put that in my number one for now. My number two, and probably it's number two now because we are on a remote state, is the company culture. It's really amazing. Yeah. A while ago, Melissa showed you the small, big book of a few rules or something like that. But the first rule, the ask why rule, it's really powerful. It makes you, for instance, leading a team, you have people from the team really pushing you, making you hard questions, ensuring that people are aligned from top to bottom. And these are questions that you can either ask your manager, or you can follow up and ask the manager of the manager, and so on. So there's a really transparent culture, and people are really willing to help each other. I would point these are as the main two topics that really make me love OutSystems.
Yeah, sure, and fully agreed. So I like the company too. In this case, as a provider for sure, but we also love the way the pace you have. So that's very important and very focused. This is for sure something it's perfect. So a good question here from Pedro. Are the job opportunities for remote work only, or a mix of remote, in this case in office? And after the COVID, if this is the case, how will be the office environment regarding development rooms, open spaces? I think that's a good question. Good question too. Sorry.
It's actually a mix. So we have opportunities for remote and non-remote. What we have planned for after the COVID and after everything is gone, we plan on reopening the offices, but giving people the flexibility to decide when they want to work from the office and when they want to work from home. So people will just align with their managers how often they want to go to the office and use the office more as spaces for collaboration and working together with others, not necessarily sitting on the office and working there the entire day. Although some people will prefer to do that, and that's okay. But if they don't, it's fine as well. So I hope this answers the question.
Yes, for sure. So another question for, in this case, in the same pace as the first one. So how is OutSystems different from Power Platform, and how easily it is for a software engineer with a .NET background to jump on this? I think this is more for Ricardo. You understand, Ricardo? Sorry if my internet connection is not.
Yes, I understood. In terms of the Power Platform, I guess I haven't used it thoroughly, so I wouldn't kind of be able to point out the differences. Being completely straight with you guys. On the question of whether a .NET developer could make an easy change, I don't quite get it if it is being a .NET developer, for instance, in the OutSystems engineering department, or being a .NET developer starting to using the OutSystems language. Being in the engineering department, yeah, completely. I've already mentioned it. And in fact, we have in our careers page lots of positions of that kind. Making a shift, for instance, of a .NET developer to an OutSystems developer, well, things are much more easier for you guys, because being a .NET developer, probably you have a computer science engineering degree or something like that, but you have all the necessary tools to start using the language. All the logics, all the algorithmics that you can think of, the basics are already there. Moving to the OutSystems language, it's just a matter of being acquainted with the visual elements, understanding the model, where can you access that variable or not, the variable or not, whether the database has been updated or not. It's kind of being more focused on the detail, because being a .NET developer, you will want to know that detail. We have lots of people coming, for instance, from physics or from architecture that are using the platform. They are using the platform tremendously well. We have lots of good examples, and they don't pay attention to those details. They really don't care, and they live fine with it, without it. Yeah. So being a .NET developer, moving to the OutSystems, you have lots of tools that help you do it. Probably those tools will also create some confusion, because you'll want to know the details of things, but it's a possible and a very common way to adopt the language.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you a lot for your answer. So another question. This is, I think, more for Melissa. How about relocation from other countries? Is that possible in the future? I know this answer, but Melissa.
Sorry, can you repeat it? If I understood, the person is asking if they can work from other locations.
No, the relocation from other countries.
The relocation. Okay, yes, it's a possibility in certain cases. Yes.
Okay. Just give me a quick. So yeah, this is quite good too. So your teams only work on the project, or they also do projects for your clients?
Yeah, we
yes,
have. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Ricardo.
We have
No.
different areas. We have the R&D department, which kind of builds the tools, and we and not also building, but we also use the language to create the product. And we have the services area that, in tandem with clients, they really create big projects. In fact, they help customers that adopt the technology really do a big ramp up because of for instance, the requirements they have for a critical application. So services are the area of OutSystems that really help customers develop their solutions.
Okay, perfect. So I think I have here one quick question too. Yes, from in this case RPA. So is any plan for enhancement that is coming in terms of ordering or delivery to AI and robotic process automation? In this case RPA.
The question is around using OutSystems for AI, robotics, and so on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a good question.
Yeah, I was trying to recall an example of a customer of ours that used OutSystems for that scenario, but I really don't recall it. Not even the name of the customer. But yeah, it's possible. The platform provides you with extensibility to integrate with lots of other platforms. For instance, we have our annual event, Next Step, where we present the new things that we produce, where the product is going, kind of a customer event. And one of those years, on the Next Step, we had some guys from engineering, some really two key personas in engineering, presenting a thing they did with a platform where they integrated with the Lego Mindstorms robots. So they kind of created an application. They created a wrapper for the Lego Mindstorm platform by using Integration Studio. They created a wrapper, and now the Mindstorm was available using our low-code language. Then they created an application, and it was really simple to create that application that reacted to touches in the smartphone, and they enabled people to move. So in terms of robotics, that was a Lego Mindstorm, but it's applicable to enterprise-grade solutions that involve robotics. In terms of AI, we have AI algorithms to, for instance, detect whenever you access the database. So you would want to iterate through your results. So we have AI already putting in place the nodes that allow you to do that. Because we understand what is in the course of your development of the application, what are the best or the most common paths that you are following. This is for development of the product. In terms of using OutSystems for AI purposes, yeah, there are a lot of things in our website that you can consume, like machine learning or creating your own chatbot. We have, for instance, an accelerator to create your own chatbot. You can check it out. I will look for the link and place it on the chat.
Good,
but yeah,
and, yeah, perfect. Okay, so everything is done. So I don't have more questions for you. I don't know if you want to share something more. So I didn't read it yet, but I saw a huge, I think, can I say, bold letters in Espresso this weekend. So you are in a huge space to grow. So I don't know if you want to mention something. So and make the final countdown, as we say it. But yeah.
Thank you, Andre. I think this was good, and thank you all for joining us. Let us just add that you can check OutSystems opportunities on the link that Landing left below here, and we also have a couple more opportunities on our career site that I will share again on the chat, which is outsystems.com/careers. So come and visit us and talk to us, and thank you for joining, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, and hope we can make another one or another two or another three. So it's a good time, best. So thank you for this opportunity too, Melissa and Ricardo, and hope to see you soon. So thank you and have a lovely week.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Lovely day. Bye bye.